Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nicole, and if you have been here before, then welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my go-to going out makeup look. So you can wear this for a bunch of different things. I wear this if I go to lunch with friends. I might wear this if I go on a date. I might wear this if I go out for the night, go to a party. This is a very versatile but very easy glam look that just about anyone can do, and I'm pretty sure it will look good on everyone. So I wanted to give you guys a video on this. I actually posted a picture wearing this look not too long ago. I will throw that up right here. And I had a lot of people actually message me and ask me to do a video on this look, so here we are. I hope you guys enjoy, but before we jump in, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and that you ring the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know that you like it. I guess we're just gonna jump right in. First thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clip my hair back with these hair clips that I got from Charlotte Russe. I'm really sad that they're closing down because that's like literally my favorite store. That's the only place that I really buy clothes from, especially if I need like a last minute outfit. I got these clips so that maybe I can stop messing up my hair whenever I'm doing my makeup. There we go. Okay, so now that I look like I'm 10 years old again, we can jump into the look. So I'm just gonna start with priming my face. I'm just gonna go in with my Hangover RX primer. A lot of these steps don't really matter as much. It's just based off your preference. You don't have to use the same products as me, but I'm just using my normal go-to products. Alright, next step, I'm going to do foundation. It really just depends on the day what foundation I use. Recently, I've been alternating between the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Porcelain because I am pretty pale right now, and this is actually still too dark for me, but whatever, don't talk about it. And I alternate between that one and the Tarte Face Tape in the shade Fair Light Neutral. It really just depends on what I feel like that day. If I'm gonna have this makeup on for a really long time, then I will probably use the Tarte Face Tape just because it is a matte foundation and I tend to get oily if I have my makeup on for a long time. But if I'm getting ready at say like 8, 9 o'clock to go out for the night, then I'm totally okay with using this one because I'll probably only have it on for like a few hours and not all day. So I'm just gonna go in with my Born This Way just because that is what I feel like using right now, and just put that all over your face just like you normally would your foundation. And I will say that I tend to use the Born This Way foundation if I want something that is a little lighter and more glowy looking, and I will use the Face Tape if I'm going for like really heavy face makeup. I'm just gonna use this one now because I'm just going for really light and glowy. Also, if my face is like super broken out like it has been, I might use the Face Tape one just because it is more full coverage. Now I'm just gonna go in and spot conceal like I always do, and then I will go in and take my Shape Tape concealer to highlight, and then we will finish up with the rest of the face. Now, before I set my face, I'm going to take this CoverGirl Lid Lockup Eyeshadow Primer, and I'm going to put this on before I set my concealer just because I do put concealer on my eyelids, and I like to go ahead and spread this on there before the concealer on my eyelids starts to crease. I find that it just looks better if I do this step sooner rather than later. So I'm just gonna pat that on with my finger. I actually used to not use an eyeshadow primer. This is a newer step that I've been doing recently, and I really do like it because I find that it helps my eyeshadow just stay on all through the night no matter what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna let that dry while I set the rest of my concealer. As always, I'm just gonna go in with Miss Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I actually kind of changed up how I have been setting my face. So I have been taking this Morphe E48 brush that came out of my James Charles brush collection, and I just kind of pat that into the powder, and I kind of set the powder actually before I bake, and I find that it just makes the powder look a lot more flawless than it does whenever I just go straight into baking and just layer it on. I don't know, it might not make a difference, but I feel like it makes my skin look more flawless whenever I do this first. And now I'm still gonna go in and just bake like usual. And while I just let that soak into my skin, I'm going to go ahead and quickly draw on my brows. Okay, now brows are on. I'm just gonna set them with some clear brow gel. I did my brows like really messily just because, I don't know, that's something that I've been into recently, just like really wispy brows with like drawn in hairs and stuff instead of like rectangle brows. I'm just like not into that, so I don't know. I kind of like the messy brow look. Some people don't like that. I'm into it. But now that brows are done, I'm just going to take this E48 brush and just pat all the excess powder into my skin, hopefully prevent all my wrinkles from showing up. And now I'm going to take this Jaclyn Hill brush, the JH02, and I'm going to use that to bronze my face with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. As always, I always use this. I'm just going to start bronzing up the face. I just realized I forgot a step. Oh my god, one of the most important steps. Okay, so we're gonna pretend that I haven't started bronzing my face already. Wow, can you say dysfunctional? Okay, so I'm gonna take this Laura Mercier Candle Glow powder in the shade 1, and I'm just gonna take this all over my face for just a really glowy finish. This powder has kind of a sheen to it, so it just makes your whole face look really glowy. Oops, messed up my hair. While also setting your foundation and your concealer and everything. But see, it just adds a really nice glow from within look to the skin. Like, I'm obsessed with this powder. And this look was inspired by Maddie Bernard, and she was actually the one who convinced me to buy this powder. So this is basically just a Maddie Bernard makeup look, I guess you could say. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to bronzing. Now that I feel my skin looks nice and bronzed, I'm going to take a Morphe M530 brush, and I'm going to use this to kind of sculpt out my cheeks a little bit more. And I'm going to go in with this Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless blush kit. This is what it looks like. One of my friends actually gave this to me. I had never heard of this brand, but I really enjoy this little blush palette, and I'm going to use this last shade right here called Unstoppable. And I don't know, it's a very different shade. Like, it's almost got kind of purpley undertones, and I really like it, and I feel like it looks good on my skin. So I'm just going to use that to kind of sculpt out my cheeks right here, just to add a little more definition. Nothing too crazy, just to kind of sculpt out the cheeks a little bit. I feel like it makes a very big difference though, without having to do like crazy contour work. So I don't know where you can get this palette, but I really do like it. I'm also going to use the blushes out of here too, because I've really enjoyed them recently. So I wish I could be more helpful. I just know that it's called Real Her, and it is a blush kit, and you guys need to look it up and see where you can find it, because I really do like it. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly go back in with the Too Faced bronzer and lightly contour my nose. Nothing too crazy, just give it a little shape. Now I'm just going to blend it out with this brush, just because I don't want anything too crazy. So now I'm going to take an E4 brush and go back in with the blush kit that I just used, and I'm going to take a combination of Fearless and Limitless, which are these two right here. One's like a shimmery pink, and the other one is more of a coral color without any shimmer. and I just like to mix them both together because I really like the combination that it makes. I just think mixing the two of those together just looks perfect with my skin tone. Like, I'm obsessed with this combination right now. Also like Milani Luminoso. That's a good drugstore one in case for whatever reason y'all can't find this palette. And then I'm just gonna kind of lightly bring it over the nose just to pull everything together. Okay, so I'm going to take an M441, which is just a crease brush, and I'm actually going to take the same bronzer that I just used on my face, which is the Too Faced, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl that around and just messily drag it through the crease just to kind of add some definition to the eye. And then I'm gonna swirl it around the outer corner and kind of flick it out on the edges toward the end of my brow, kind of to bring it in with the bronziness on my cheek. But notice how I'm just doing this really quickly and really messily. That's kind of just all there is to it. Like, nothing too crazy, just make sure it's blended out, and I kind of smoke it out on the ends, and I really like how it looks. But it's super easy, like you can go in just really quick. Okay, and if that's all you want to do, you could leave it like that, but I like to make it just a little more glam. So I'm going to take an M224, just a flat brush, and I'm going to spray it with my Morphe setting spray. And then I'm going to grab my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is one of my go-to shimmer shades, and I'm just gonna pop that on the lid just because I feel like it makes it look really pretty. But you can just basically take any go-to shimmer shade that you think is going to look good with the bronzer, or just a shade that you really like to put on your eyes. It doesn't really matter, just kind of messily put that on there. And then I like to take that crease brush that I used with the bronzer, and I just kind of run it over there to make sure that everything blends together. Sometimes I just do this, but there are other ways that I can kind of play around with this. And another thing that I really like to do with this is take a clean M224 brush and leave it dry, and then I take my Fenty Beauty How Many Carats highlighter, which is the kind of like glitter one, and I just run it over that and make sure that I get a good bit of the shimmer on there, and then pat that on top of the shimmer shade that I just put on the lid. And it just kind of adds this extra little bit of shimmer and just like glitteriness. I hope y'all can see that, but it's just, I don't know. I just recently started doing that, and I just think that it is so pretty and adds just like that extra little bit to the look. Like, I'm completely obsessed with this step. Like, I love it so much. And sometimes I'll just pop on an inner corner highlight and highlight my brow bone and finish up the rest of my face and put on some mascara and be done. But I am going to show y'all the other ways that I do it too. So I'm just going to take a little pencil brush, which is a Morphe M431, just a little brush, and I'm going to spray it. And then I'm going to dip into this little Urban Decay single in the shade Midnight Cowboy. It's just this really pretty shimmer shade. And I'm going to use that to highlight the inner corner and my brow bone. This is like the perfect inner corner highlight, and I have been using this to highlight my inner corner for years now. It also looks really good on the brow bone, so I'm going to pop it up there as well. And now I'm going to show y'all how you can kind of take the eye look up another level, I guess is what you would say, kind of make it a little more glam. I like to add a bit of a wing, but not with eyeliner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Morphe M158, which has a spoolie and a little angled brush. And basically you can just take any dark brown eyeshadow or just whatever color your heart desires. I'm going to do dark brown because I find that it's a little more sultry and less harsh than just going in with like a black wing. I'm going to use one from the James Charles palette. I'm actually gonna do a mixture of that one and that one. I'm just gonna kind of mix those together, dip in, and then just start to do a wing. I kind of stamp it on there because I find that it's easier than like dragging it, just because it is an eyeshadow. Nothing too crazy. And then there you have just two really simple wings. I just think that this is so pretty. Like, I've been obsessed with doing this recently. I just think that it's almost even prettier than doing just like a regular black wing. Like, it just looks so smoky and like sultry and glam. Like, I've been so obsessed with it. Now I'm just gonna take some more bronzer on that brush and just kind of smoke out the lower lash line. And now I'm going to set my face before I highlight. And I'm gonna go in with this Morphe highlight in the shade Spark. And I'm just going to lightly use that to highlight my cheek. Sometimes I will use a highlighter like this, or sometimes I will use just this How Many Carats highlighter by itself, or sometimes I will layer them just to kind of tie in that sparkle that we have on the lid. It really just depends on the day. I kind of play around with this look a lot. Just depends on what I'm feeling at the time. I take that same little pencil brush from earlier and spray it again and use Spark to highlight my nose as well, and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. Now is when I would normally pop on some mascara. Sometimes I will wear this with just mascara. Other times, if I'm going out, especially at nighttime, then I will do a lash as well. So I think I'm gonna pop on my go-to lashes after I get a coat of this mascara. So quickly off camera, I'm gonna just pop on some Faux Mink Demi Wispies by Ardell. These are my favorite lashes. Okay, now that my lashes are on, I've taken my hair down. I'm going to finish up this look by doing lips. Normally what I do when I do this look is I either wear a lipstick or I will wear a gloss, and more often than not I've been wearing glosses. I've just been really into glosses recently. But before I put on a gloss, I will go in with this ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Vitamin C. I will just kind of lightly put this on. And it gives you this really like pretty tangerine color, and I'm gonna love this stuff in the summertime. I know that for sure. I'll kind of just press my lips together and make sure it really kind of sinks into the lips. But before it dries, you can easily leave it like this and it's pretty and it looks like you blotted your lips, but I don't want it this dark, so I'm actually gonna blot my lips with this just to kind of take off a little of the color, make it look just a little more natural, but still giving my lips some color that they didn't have before. And then I'll go in with my Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Gloss and finish up the look. Now you have a really pretty lip color without having to maintain lipstick all night, which is something that I really enjoy because I don't always want to wear a liquid lip whenever I want some color on my lips, and regular lipsticks just always come off for me. So yeah, that's it guys. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope you guys try out this look. I think that it is just so easy and so glam and pretty without having to put in like too much effort. I just feel like this is just a really easy go-to look whenever you want something that's a little more glam and dressy. So I hope you guys try this look out, and I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.